Varmint Express 12 gauge 2 3/4 inch 24 pellets of number 4 buck at $13.50. If you don't know, number 4 buck is 24 caliber, featuring the Versatite wad, which is just a flight control. So here's what the shell looks like: 12 gauge 2 3/4 inch, a 16 millimeter brass plated steel head on it. Head stamp says Hornady, although this is a Shadot hull. If you didn't know, Hornady does not make their own shells, they use Shadot hulls. These don't have any buffer. I don't know that by the pinhole in every single one of these. The crimps are all really bad, really uneven. Again, there's a hole in all of them. The what would you call that, recess, I guess, the step down in the middle is horribly uneven. Right there at the top is basically non-existent, and over here it's as deep as it should be. So it's also mushroom topped. There you go. You can see it does not have a taper on the top edge. In fact, it is a skirt shape, which is exactly what you don't want for good feeding in a, well, especially a semi, but pumps too, I guess. But that's just not what I would call a quality shell. As far as looks go, these might be the best patterning number 4 buck shell on the market, but they do not look good. Sorry for the hazy camera, guys. I just realized my lenses were very dirty, but the box looks okay. Varmint Express, that's a pretty cool ammo line name, I guess. I guess these are intended, I keep saying I guess a lot, but I guess these are intended for stuff like fox, coyotes, smaller predators than deer. I wouldn't use these on a hog. I obviously just said it, but I wouldn't use these on a deer either. 24 pellets of number 4 buck. I'd like a little bit higher pellet count than that, although the velocity is pretty good. Are these capable of taking deer? Absolutely. But personally, I just wouldn't use number 4 buck at all on a deer. A little bit too small for my liking. The smallest I'd probably go is a number 2 buck, which is 27 caliber. But the box does have a pretty good feel to it. It's got like a matte finish. Doesn't feel like cardboard. I don't know. Anyways, let's crack this shell open and see how they put it together. So here's part of the reason why the crimp kind of sucks. Is these are unscabed hulls, which means the top edge is not thinned out, which really helps the fold crimp process. Unscabed hulls are much better for roll crimps. They make them look a little bit nicer, a little bit tighter. But yeah, unscabed hull, not great for a fold. The pellets are not stacked in there by any sort of stack order. They're just kind of dumped in there. But these just look like, they look like pellets straight out of a Lee mold. They look cast, not swaged. These are cast pellets. There's no way these are swaged. Could be wrong though, but they really do look cast. You can see the center line in a few of them, and I believe sprue marks too. We'll take a better look here in 1 second. Guys, these, I can go ahead and tell you right now, these are not 24 cal. They're probably 22 cal. Yep, these are indeed cast number 4 buck. You can see the sprue lines in multiple of them, and yeah, that bottom one to the right of the bottom pellet, very noticeable sprue mark on it, as is the one center screen now. And yep, you can see the casting lines in pretty much all of these. And if I'm wrong, correct me, but I'm pretty sure this is cast buckshot, and it's not even polished at that. I mean, this literally does look like it's right out of a mold. They're still silver. Payload weight on this is 1.034 ounces, so it's over an ounce, but not quite ounce and a 16th. Let's see how much 24 pellets of my cast 24 cal number 4 buck weighs. And again, 24 cal is the actual size of number 4 buck. And 24 pellets of true 24 cal number 4 buck is 1.14, which is a little bit more than ounce and an eighth. Might as well call that an entire 1/8 ounce heavier than the factory offering that Hornady has here. And you'll notice stacked by 4s, focus, that 24 cal comes up right to the top of the wad, exactly where it needs to be. And if you looked earlier, the 24 pellets of, I presume, 22 cal that was in here was underfilling the shot cup pretty well. They probably could have fit 27 pellets in here. There's no reason not to use 24 cal in this shell. And here's the wad in it. Again, they call it the Versatite wad, right? Yeah, the Versatite wad, but really it's just a flight control. These open up from the bottom. As you can see, the bottom of the wad is hinged, and it does have air brakes built in, 3 of them to be exact. Yeah, rear opening wad. These are supposed to hold a much tighter pattern than conventional wads do, but I'm not sold on them. We have not really had good success out of flight control wads. No matter what choke we use, no matter how we do it, we just never have consistently good results. We've had a couple really nice patterns out of them, but yeah, it's just a flight control wad. The dust in this one, again, you know what I mean, kinda just looks like this stuff back here. Which makes sense for it to be that, if it is that. Let's weigh it. I'm sorry, this camera will not. There we go. Actually, here they are side by side. It is not unique. This is the unique right here. And focus. You'll see it's a little bit smaller grain size and not as circular as the stuff out of the Hornady shell. And it's a little bit darker in color. Not the same stuff. Zoom it out a little bit, get them both in frame at once, and I think you can see what I'm talking about. They are not the same. And the charge in that one is 26.8. Might as well call it 27. I probably lost a few flakes here and there. In fact, I know I did. There's one right there. But yeah, let's just call it 27. Now let's actually measure one of those pellets. I guarantee it's 22 cal. Actually, turns out it is 0.229 cal. Might as well just call that 23 caliber, right? But either way, it's not 24 cal, it's 23 caliber. A whole caliber smaller. But again, they could have easily just fit 24 pellets of 24 cal in this shell. It would have been just fine, only an 1/8 ounce more. Maybe the reason why for the smaller pellet is simply just for less recoil. Oops. Okay, so I have these stacked by 4s, and as you can see, there is a little bit more room. You won't believe he just showed up. Then, what was I saying? There is a little bit more room in here, but not enough room for 4 more.
Morning, folks.
Good afternoon.
Howdy. I mean, it's like 8 something in the morning, so.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh. This won't focus.
Focus.
There we go.
Salutations. Well, alrighty, guys. As you are well aware by now, I just got here. I know nothing about this shell, other than the fact it's got a 6-point crimp, so that means it needs to go like right. Yeah, my fingers are in the way.
That's also got the 10 gauge rebacitor on it. You know what? I think it'll be fine if you just straight crimp that as is without the rebacitor.
Think so?
Yeah, it has to come out looking better than if they had it out of the box anyway.
Ah!
If it comes out looking better than that, you did good.
Okay.
It's hard to do with one hand, ain't it?
Yeah, I usually don't.
Well, let's see how you did. They look identical.
Nope. That one's concave. That one's good.
Okay. Yeah.
Didn't have enough pre-crimp on that one.
That's right. That has more of a pinhole in the middle.
It's cave too.
Yep.
Whereas this one here had enough pre-crimp that it pushed itself flat.
I guess so. And I'm not kidding. It really is every single one out of that box that look like that.
Yep.
They're all bad.
Anyways. Alrighty, guys. Thanks for watching. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Any questions, comments, leave them down below. Expect a range video on these. But until next time.